Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode on Serenity TV. I am your host, Goodness Shiso. In today's episode, we'll be discussing a very interesting and intriguing topic, which is in African societies, what does a valuable woman look like? What does a valuable woman look like for what our forefathers used to see as a valuable woman and the society currently now? What does a valuable woman look like? What does a value? Who do you think is a valuable woman? Is it a woman who is family oriented, or the one who is all about her, career and all about leadership roles? What do you think that a valuable woman looks like in today's society? I am joined by my amazing guests in the studio, a wonderful personalities in the presence of Miss Chika. Mama, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry, your Chika, sorry. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and then Mr. Ifani. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, as the question says, what does a valuable woman look like? Growing up in families, our parents, when we were younger, our parents tell us that valuable women are those women that say that family oriented, not in today's society. You understand? In today's society, people see, I don't know if it's still the same thing we want to see before and what is currently now. So, what does a valuable woman look like in today's society?
Okay. First of all, I would like to give a background knowledge about what it means for a woman to be valuable, because we need to understand how it was first initiated by God. A woman was made with certain qualities and potentials in her, and one of those things, or what powers those qualities, is discretion. So I will start by Proverbs 11:22. The Bible says, just like a jewel of gold on a pig's snout, so is a fair woman without discretion. If you are lacking in discretion as a woman, you cannot be anything that anybody wants you to be. Both the role you play in the family, or the role of your numerous achievements as a person. And for you to be a woman of discretion, you must be a woman who follows Christ. This is our first model. When you have Christ, He will put in you the virtues, or will I say, He will teach you how to have good sense of judgment. And then when we have that, because if we want to go by tradition, in fact, in those days, women are only sidelined, and they are never part of decision making in a family. Very important, decision makers, they were never part of it. In fact, as a woman, those times during our grandmother's time, if there are certain meetings that require, they say the women are only to take care of the children, and their work is in the kitchen and in the farm. Okay, whereas there were very good potentials that God put in the hands of the woman, and that is why Proverbs 31 will talk about the virtuous woman. So a woman of value is a woman that is virtuous, and what there are qualities listed there that makes you virtuous, and those virtues, those qualities, when you add them to your discretion, that's what add value to you as a woman. Not because you are a mother, not because anyone can be a mother. A prostitute can be a mother.
Yes.
A street lady can be a mother.
Yes.
But a woman of value is a woman of discretion, good sense of judgment, ability to, soar in any environment and challenge you find yourself and still come through. In the family, they say you're a wife, you're a mother. Are you only good in the other room and in the kitchen? Is that all you could do? What are you bringing to the table? Most ladies are asked those questions on Facebook, and they tell you, what else does he want? It's not, I give him my body now. Is my body not enough? No, your body is not enough. If he wants to get to your body, or if he wants sex, he can get it outside. The prostitute standing on the street can afford him that. It's only about a price tag. And that's why the Bible says, a virtuous woman who can find, for her price is far above rubies. She is valuable. She is priceless. She has no price attached. If it's food you think you can do well in the kitchen, there are very good restaurants outside. He can get them. But a woman of discretion is a woman that will remain. A woman of character, a woman of virtue. That's what makes you valuable. And it's with these things that you can be able to achieve one or two. You are confident, you are bold, you are very inspiring. People are looking up to you. You're a role model to many. You're not just a spectator. You are here making serious impacts in your generation. You are building a legendary that even in time past, even when you are not here, you are immortalized as a woman. That's what is value to a woman, not your body. Anybody can get it anywhere. Anybody can be a mom. Now we have issues of surrogacy. People entitled contracts. Just give me become baby mama. If it's Baba baby mama, it's plenty. There are people who are doing it as a job. You can donate your egg and the man will, just like that, and he pays you off and he takes his child. But what would be the reason why a man would want to get you? It's because of the virtue, the attitude of having good sense of judgment. That this woman, anywhere she is a world of her own. She is a world of her own that a man would see that in her and want to, because it's that discretion that enables the man shines very well outside. And even her shining still in her world. This is what Esther had as a queen, and that was why she was singled out by the king. It's not about sex. He had people. In fact, maybe the ones he did before her, they were even as glamorous as whatever you could think of. But what did he see in her? He saw a woman with discretion. And at the nick of time, when the cheese became down, that thing played out. So, if you want to be a woman of value, you must be a woman of discretion, good sense of judgment.
Yes, thank you very much, man. So, so many men are being threatened. They feel threatened by some men feel threatened by a successful woman in the society. But that was then. I don't know about now. But do you think that in the current society right now, it's still as it was then, or they prefer the woman who is family oriented that to a very how will I say it, a woman who is career minded?
All right, just like you said, some men. I think that ideology has come and gone. Because this is just like a kind of tradition that was passed from before, when women were seen like, okay, they are domestic tools. Women belong to the kitchen, they train the children, and then but as things are evolving and there are changes, and there are also women who have come out to say no, they change the status quo. They did things that are extraordinary, putting themselves as example to other women, setting the goal, setting the target. So I think these things are changing. Currently, I'm not sure that if you see any man who is looking for a woman who is family oriented, maybe, I don't know, but I think he has his own problem.
Yes.
Because right now, many men are looking for women that are career oriented. Because I think those ideologies were born out of ignorance.
Yes.
Now people are now wise. You want a woman who will help you, because a woman is not just a piece of furniture you just bring to your home and just for
Beauty.
fun or beauty. No. People now, before, in those days, you see a man wants to marry, they say, go back to your village, you see all those timid girls. No, now men want to marry people who are wise, women who are confident. And when, just like she was saying, when you are talking about value, when you send the topic, I was like, okay, how do you know a woman of value? You say, look. And I was looking at some ladies and said, will I see value in them? So what makes a woman valuable? That is the question. So a man is looking for a woman of value. And what are those things? You talk about resilience, you talk about wisdom, talk about diligence, virtuousness. You talk about, these are the things a man is looking for in a woman. So it's no longer about the domestic work of a woman, the bearing children, the staying at home. No, even men are now changing the status quo. That men now, yeah, you can also go to the kitchen.
Yes.
Recently, there was a time I think the National Assembly had to also include maternity leave, so that when a woman gives birth, the woman is on maternity leave. The man also goes. You know, the baby needs father and mother together. So that the status quo has changed. It's not just for the ladies alone. Ladies are no longer seen as that, piece of two to no. And if you look at recently, you see that there's this let me say craziness for people to go and study nursing. Why are you looking for a nurse, a person who study? Because this is value. A woman who studies, who goes to school, has become valuable. She's now an asset. Look at how, if there are some places you go and they will tell you bride price is so high, and they say, why is your bride price? They say, mom got for school though. So that is the value.
So, in as much as this is your own opinion, and you believe that women need to be educated, to bring in value, like you said, nursing and some other thing. But there are some men out there who don't even they see it as once she's higher, you understand, she will now become
That's an insecure man.
okay.
That's an insecure man.
Ignorance.
No, in fact, ignorance in the highest level that needs deliverance. Yes.
Because
that's why I use the word discretion. A woman with good sense of judgment will never look down on a man because of money. Yes. No matter if her pay is higher than his. A woman with discretion is a woman of value. Is her price. That kind of woman, she's priceless. If you have her, she has very good sense. She will know that it's not about the money. It's not about because I make higher than him that he's less of a man. There are a lot of ladies now, if you ask them, they say, I cannot marry a man whose pay is higher than he is because she cannot respect him. That's the woman with that discretion.
Yes, okay.
Because if you know the order, it is God, the man, you. No matter the money, everyone knew that there were women that would make money than the men. But he still put them above us. God, the man, you, and then every other thing follows.
Okay, so do you think because individually or the woman I believe that society are not giving them that opportunity to explore, or do you think that this value for a woman is based on her herself? She alone should be the one to add value to herself, or should she just go with what the society has placed on it?
That's why I said a woman of discretion. You see, if you follow Christ, you will know that there is things in you that you need to harness to the society, because the world is waiting for your manifestation, and you can't sit down and begin to say, I fold my hands and let me use what the society gives me. If you follow what they say, you will just die unfulfilled, and it's the worst kind of life on earth, dying unfulfilled. You never made impact, nothing. Your generation can never remember you for anything. You are just a useless investment that heaven made. The truth of the matter is this: as a woman, you were made for more. Have that at the back of your mind. You are complete in Christ. Christ is not, you are not looking for a man that completes you. You are already complete. The man is just coming to your life to work together with you in order to build an empire, a legacy that glorifies God. Now, you first get yourself complete in Christ. Don't think a man is coming to complete you. That's lie. You are a team when you come together. You are a team who have the same purpose, united in vision and all that. Okay? That's why it's very important the kind of spouse you choose. Because there are spouses, just like you said, the one that if you choose the one that who is insecure about your finances, about your exploits, about your achievements in life, that man is ready to cripple that vision that you carry. He will never allow you to shine. And that's a bad one. So you need to build yourself first. Make yourself a name, a brand of her own. Not to disqualify the men, or to look down on a man, or to disrespect a man, but to know your place in his life and what you were brought there for. And then work towards it, but let nobody be in competition, because you're not in competition with him. It's not about I make more than him. No, we're not in competition. We are all doing our best at our own various capacities. So you build yourself first. Then I'm talking of the adding value to yourself. You as a woman should not sit your hand because you just graduated from university or you went to secondary school. There are people who didn't go to school, who didn't go to college, but they have the achievements they've made. People who are graduates have not even gotten quarter of that level. So you don't need to sit at a place because society gave you whatever. You rise as a woman, bold, and decide that I want to be a woman of substance, a woman of value, whom people will look up to and talk about. We have series in the Hall of Fame and Legacy. We have series of men who have made it through. We just have few women. We're just few. You could count many of them. There are daughters there are women of Katikuma who are seated, lying low. There are women like this richest woman in Nigeria here. They are all lying low. They should all rise. There are Queen Esthers. There are Deborahs. Where are they? They should rise. They shouldn't sit and allow the society to give them whatever. Make your own impact. Several ways a woman can make impact. Rise and make your own impact. Rise and build yourself. Add value. Read books. Go to seminars that inspire and add value to you, not what will take something out from you. Because those things you are adding to yourself are the jaras, what we'll call the benefits, the add-ons that comes with your value already there.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's quickly go on a short break. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back from that very short break, viewers. I'm still in the studio with my wonderful guests in the presence of Surveyor Chika and Mr. Ifeanyi. Welcome. So, you're a mother, right?
Yeah.
And you have kids at home, even female daughters, and the ones that stay with you too. Now, are you raising these kids? Let me not, ask you this personal question, right? Because the society, parents have been raising their kids to be, their female daughters actually, to be more family oriented instead of having that independent mindset of, working for themselves and every other thing. They believe that one day a man will marry you and then that is it. But are the parents in current society raising their kids in a different angle?
Okay, that's what we are just talking about. It's just like saying how many women are ready to raise daughters like Deborah, like Esther, many of them, like Erika Keck. You see, family values cannot be overemphasized because it's very important. You need to have a family value. But then, like I said, a woman of value is a woman of discretion. That's the first thing you need to let your daughter know and understand. Teaching her discretion, good sense of judgment. Then, and additions, add-ons to this, then the family values. The family values is not because if she marries tomorrow, she's just going to be a mother, giving birth to children at the kitchen. No, teaching her to know how to marry the husband, the children, and still her career. and still make impact. Is that your marriage should not cripple or you know put off that vision in you, that potential or that movement that you have started as a single lady. It shouldn't end your career. It should not. The ability to marry all at the same time and still serve your God in humility is key. This is the values that should be passed to the next generation. We don't want to raise women who are timid. We don't want to raise women who are not inspiring. We don't want to raise women who are not confident of themselves, because some of them are being raised and if you watch what is going on in the internet, I see women who are not bold. I see women who are not confident, because you need to know who you are. I believe in who you are, that you can do this, and then you come forth and do them. The ladies who have done that, who have gone far in life, having two heads. They're just human flesh like you and I. There's no special thing about them and you. You are just the unique you in who you are. So you need to pass that sense of judgment in them, but not them know that they are not in competition with the men. We're talking about feminism. We're not talking about we are dragging right with the man. Let them know their place at the order of God, man, and then the woman. That's the real one of the values you need to let her understand. She's not in competition with, and then you're not in competition with yourself. Like you see one sister driving, it should inspire you to go. At least she can do this, I can even do better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're not in competition in life. We are just do you, and let me do me. Okay, let her do her in her areas, because we are all called for different purposes here on earth. No, it's not everyone that will become a first lady, not everyone that will become a career woman, not every woman will become a businesswoman, not everyone will become an entrepreneur, or name them. They are all serving their purposes here on earth. But make sure as a woman that you never die unfulfilled, because that's the worst kind of death.
Yes, this thing about feminism has really affected a lot of women.
Yes.
They've digressed from the main purpose of what they
Because
truly stand for.
they left the path what they should fight for. That women are bold, women are audacious, women are people who can lead the place. Is not the chances, opportunities, platforms should be given to the woman to show their skills and qualities that are in them, because a woman with discretion is a woman that can lead. Leaders are born, and women were born. People like Deborah, we can only see her once in the Bible. We have not heard of any of that Deborah, but there are a lot of Deborah sleeping, all because they refuse to wake up. So we shouldn't always leave the platform for the men. Let's join them in shaping the world and shaping the society. Women have that potential to shape, and the way they think is different from the way a man is, channeled and designed by God to think. The discretion of a woman is top notch compared to that of a man. What a woman thinks today, she thinks not just now, she also thinks far. That's why the man will just be like, it is what I'm saying now. But a woman can sit here and articulate her next 2 years, how it's going to be. Have it in her brain and tell you under a jiffy year how it's going to play out. But men are not like that. Men just follow as it's coming. Follow as it's coming. There's one beautiful thing about women. Do you know how women multitask? Men can't do that.
Yes.
And that is why they should, these are things they should be advocating the rights of, not advocating that a man that was giving bottle of water, I should be giving bottle of water. It's nonsense, because the bottle of water, you have the right to drink it, so as he. What is that thing that you are asking for the platform for, not to come and overshine him? We are not overshining him. He's the man, and that man, why God made him a man, there's a reason.
Okay, sir. Sorry, it's really as though we've forgotten about you.
No, I'm enjoying the.
Okay, now should a woman's ultimate purpose, like a woman, we've talked about a valuable woman and what she is in the society, but people also respect women who are married more than the unmarried ones currently in the society. So before we go into that area, but should a woman's ultimate purpose be to be able to keep her marriage, and that is to know that, hey, this woman is a valuable woman, she's worthy of keeping her marriage, and her marriage has stayed for a very long time? Or is it in a case whereby she may face some domestic backlash and decide to like move out of that marriage?
This question is tricky, but I'll
Yes.
just give you one example. You know Genevieve Nnaji.
Yes, yes.
You know her. Is she married?
No.
But you cannot call her name just like that. You know that she's a woman of value.
Yes.
Despite the fact that she had a child at her younger age, but she's an icon. She's someone to reckon with.
Yes.
When you talk about entertainment industry,
Yes.
she's there, whether married or not. So now when you talk about a woman of value, marriage is not the ingredient. Marriage is not what makes a woman valuable in the
Yes.
society. That status of I am married or I am not married should not be there. Marriage is just an addition to your personality. So what makes you a woman of value? Look at Genevieve. You cannot shame her for being
No,
unmarried.
no.
You can't.
She's even beating certain married women now.
Yes.
So you can't shame her because what? She grew and added value. And once she's coming out to make a presentation, there was a time she was out of social media,
Yes.
and everybody was like, "What is happening? She's having mental." But when she made the comeback, that is value. People want to see you. People want to know about you. They want to, talk with you. So a woman of value is that woman. Look at late Dora Akunyili.
Yes.
And you cannot talk about NAFDAC without calling her name.
Yes.
She left a
Legacy,
trademark.
yes.
She left a story to tell. Are you getting me? So whether she's married or not, that didn't make her her marriage didn't make her do what she did in NAFDAC.
Yes.
Are you getting it? So marriage is just a part of your decision. There are ladies who are not married today. There are ladies who have even chosen to serve God, who are now reverend sisters. Does that mean that they will lose their value?
No.
So the value is who you are, and not what you even bring to the table of a man.
Yes.
What you even give present on your own table. Because it's when imagine you have your table. It is what you have on your table is what even attracts anybody to you.
Yes.
Because what you have is
Yes,
your ID, is your portfolio, your whatever. So as a woman, your marriage, whether in it or whether you are in it and you are trying to keep it, or whether you are not married and you are trying, marriage should not be your definition as a woman. I think your value system should be, because in this, we are in a country whereby maybe you don't have money, you see, and you are married, people begin to smite you.
Yes,
But
there's a stigmatization.
yes, that's because you are just at that level. But once you begin to add value, if you go to your village and talk, people will start. There are some women who are not married.
And I-
They went to their village, they built mansion,
Yes.
they tarred roads,
Yes, yes, yes.
they've taken chieftaincy title. Oh, did anybody curse them? Because they added value. So when they are coming, chief this, chief that, people are giving them the glory. But when you're just there, gloating, I'm not married, and no, add value. Let people in the society see who you are. Then you will see, even sometimes people will not, marriage will come when, if it will come, it will come. But let it not be that what will define you as a woman, or what will define your value.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much. How do the older generation look at the younger generation in terms of value? How do you place them? With the Gen Zs and the rest of
The Gen Zs now are really disappointing us. Especially Because
Okay.
our ladies now, not many of them, or if they are 100%, we only go by the
TikTok.
statistics. 90% of them are just they just want to be stay-at-home moms,
Wow.
or stay-at-home girlfriends or side chicks taken care of by the man, and that's what you will always be to that man
Mm.
because you have no value. He will always see you as that. He will not exceed more than that. And any day you are just sitting on a ticking time bomb because
Yes.
any day he discovers a woman of value outside, his attention will change. His attention will be
No,
turned
digress.
to that direction because every man is attracted by a woman of value. A good, responsible, sensible man goes for women of value. Not a mad. A madman does not know women of value, so he will always go for his kind. You cannot be a woman and all you came into this life is just do TikTok, show your laughs. A client of mine will say they bought theirs, you didn't buy yours. That's why you cannot. You know how that's why you're not exposed to it. That's they paid for theirs. That's why they can freely show you. That's what my client. I was laughing at. I said, "Sir, you?" I say yes because you don't blame them. They paid for it. So what you paid for, you need to show it.
Expose it, yes.
So they should not look at. They should not let marriage life not be the ultimate for you and the end point for you. Once you're married, that's a good achievement. No, instead of that kind of lifestyle, you better just become single and make serious impact. Because there are a lot of single ladies that married men are pursuing. This Genevieve Nnaji you mentioned, there are married men who are after her so well that they can do anything to have her as even second wife and project her. And when I'm talking
the
of men,
world.
I'm talking of even men of value, men of political men in the political world, men
Yes.
who have made names for themselves. They are ready to front and put the one that has turned herself as a home bearer to remain in the home. That's where she is. If that is all you think about yourself as a woman, you are one of the most women most miserable. You are really, I pity you. You are so petty that your pettiness really deserves the likes of Pastor Jerry Eze to deliver them, to speak the word, to give the word of knowledge, and then their deliverance will come because they should this whole thing about womanhood, even adoption of children. There are so many ways a man can have a child now.
Yes.
So many ways. You can go by adoption, you can go by surrogacy, you can go by contract,
IVF.
so many ways. Sign in with the man, he pays you 30 million and there are ladies who are ready to do that and move on with their life. You've gotten the child and move on.
Yes.
Maybe harness the nurture the baby for certain years, maybe 3 years, so that he can get the best from his mother, the breastfeeding, whatever, and he has people who will take care of that child as long as he has his money. So please, ladies outside there, remove your eyes from being I want to be taken care of. I want to be this, I want to be that. You see likes of Erika Kek and you admire her. Don't you know that you can be like her? You see likes of Reverend Funke Adejumo, the minister, and you want to be like her. The what that woman has achieved. She says when she sits in her husband's car, she asks who is she sitting in the front seat. And when her profile is read, at least you know that yes, a woman of value is sitting in that front seat. You should deserve the front seat. You should earn it. You shouldn't just sit it because you are his wife or because you are his side chick or because you are his girlfriend. You should earn that front seat. Even when it's being occupied by someone, it will honorably be stepped down for you because you deserve it. You've earned it. Earn that front seat. When you sit as his wife, who is she? Are you just the ordinary chica or chica? Who is the surveyor? Who is the CEO? Who is it this? Who is it this? Who is it that? Who is the motivational speaker? Who is the writer? That's when your profile is read. That's it.
Oh, thank you very much, ma. I've learned a lot today, today's episode. Hello, viewers. How are you? Oh, I hope you guys are, learning from today's episode. It has been a wonderful time in the studio, and I hope you all learned a lot. Please do well to drop your comments, do well to share your thoughts and tell us what you think a valuable woman looks to you. With or if your profile is red as a lady, what input have you made in society so far? So from us in Serenity TV, till next time, do have a lovely day. Have a bye.